Have you ever wanted a service that takes care of all of your needs when it comes to the business side of your music career? Well, if you have, then you'll definitely want to check out our conversation with Laura Katana, Head of Artist Relations at IndieFlow, a new artist platform. We discuss how IndieFlow serves the needs of you, the independent artist today, and what the most in-demand services are on the platform, as well as what you, the artist, can expect when they sign up for IndieFlow, and much, much more. Coming up. This episode of the MUBUTV Insider video series is brought to you by the Music Business Registry. The Music Business Registry is the leading music industry publisher of the most up-to-date contact information for major and independent record label A&R, music publishers, artist managers, music attorneys, music supervisors, and much, much more. The Music Business Registry is the trusted industry standard and source serving the music business community for over 30 years with the most accurate and up-to-date contact information available. Their titles include the A&R Registry, the Film and Television Music Guide, the Music Publisher Registry, and the Music Attorney Registry. All of their publications are available in PDF, CSV, or online subscription. Visit musicregistry.com and use coupon code MUBUTV10 at checkout. That's musicregistry.com, coupon code MUBUTV10. When you're ready to put your music to work, musicregistry.com. Hi, it's Eric Knight from MUBUTV, where our mission is to educate, empower, and engage your music career. We're coming to you from the Global Rock Summit here in Burbank, California, where we managed to catch up with Laura Katana, who is Head of Artist Relations at IndieFlow. Laura, thank you so much for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you, tell us what IndieFlow is. I'm very excited about this platform because it's obviously very artist friendly. And how does IndieFlow serve the needs of the indie artists today?
Okay, well, IndieFlow, it's a music tech company. Okay, so we make tools for independent musicians to manage their music business better. So things like project management, distribution, publishing admin, booking support, all of that's included. Plus you get access to a private community. So support, education, direct access to the artist relations team. Our mission is to empower the independent musician to, not just be creator in their business, but to be the operator of their business.
Absolutely. And how did the idea come about? I have to assume it's like musicians that started this.
So the two co-founders, one is a musician.
Okay.
Actually, they're both musicians. One a little more active than the other. But yeah, it was, we say it's made by musicians for musicians. We are really artist friendly. And we all really are passionate about what we do, which I really think makes a huge difference.
Yeah, when I went to visit the platform, I loved all the tools that you have because it's great for somebody to that's self-contained and self-insulated to get all the tools that they need. So I think it's a great idea. It's a great thing that's been missing kind of in the market.
Yeah, exactly. And also, it's really lonely being a musician, an independent musician, when you're not yet at the point where you have a team, a manager. It can feel like it's you against the world, and yeah, nobody does this alone.
Yeah, and I think it's cool that you have, your artist relations team there to help guide the musician through the process,
Exactly.
Which is really wonderful. We noticed on the IndieFlow website that you distribute to all the major streaming services. Is IndieFlow a digital distributor as well?
Yeah, so we are a distributor, and we're a distributor comparable to many of the other distributors out there. It's a pretty saturated market, but we do something really special that nobody else does.
Okay.
So in addition, we distribute to all the platforms you want to have your music on, we distribute to. You keep 100% of your royalties, it's unlimited distribution, but the game changer is that we integrate with the artist's PRO, with Songtrust, and with Sound Exchange.
Oh, very cool.
So all of that boring business back end that most artists don't know they have to do, etc. We automate that, which is pretty cool.
Interesting. So they're able to get all their money flowing from that one.
And it's done for them. It's done automatically. We also do a lot of education around, I think a good majority of independent artists don't even know that, their royalties aren't just coming from their distributor.
Right. Yeah, no, that's so important.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Laura, you're the head of artist relations at IndieFlow. Tell us about the interaction that your team helps guide the artists through in that process when they're signing up for the service.
Okay, so when they're signing up, usually I'm the first person that they talk to. Mostly to figure out if they'd be a good fit for our platform, right? We're, looking just for artists who are serious, who really want to work on their music, want to learn. So the how do we help them? Once they sign up, we do an onboarding call with them, human being to human being,
Right.
teach them how to use the platform. It's really very user friendly, but more to show them how they can use the tool. So, a project management tool, how you can use that to plan your releases so that each time you release music, you're not starting from scratch being like, what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Where am I supposed to post?
Yeah.
We also, weekly, we do something called office hours. We have a private community on Discord, and artists can pop in, show up. They have direct access to the artist relations team. Sometimes we're teaching, maybe some basic publishing admin, for example, but it's an opportunity for them to ask questions, get advice, get some feedback, like, hey, I'm thinking of doing it this way, what do you think? And to get feedback not just from us, but from other artists.
Yeah, so it's really a hands-on experience all the way through.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys screen the artists that you guys take on, or is it just open to anybody? How does that work? Is there a screening process that you guys do?
IndieFlow's for everybody.
What are the most important qualities that you feel a new artist or band needs in order to build a successful career in music today?
Wow, that's a good question. What do they need? They need to have a business mind also.
Okay.
And that's a crazy thing to say, but I really think that it's important. I think that the artist today that understands how to market themselves have such an advantage over artists that don't. There's a lot of artists today that, I always use Lil Nas X as an example, okay? I respect him so much. He's done an incredible job of marketing himself.
Right.
Is he the best musician ever to have existed? Absolutely not.
Right.
Right? But he really used social media. He understood. He found the hole in the market. He understood how to push himself. It's hard for a lot of artists to market themselves.
Yeah, and it's hard for musicians because we're so crazy in our own way and we're, scatterbrained. So
Yeah.
it's cool to have a platform like IndieFlow that kind of can rein an artist in
Exactly.
and walk them through the process.
Walk them through the process and also help them strategize. I think that's also a really important part. A lot of
Right.
artists are just like, oh, I'm just gonna make music and see what happens.
Yeah.
It's amazing, people will hear it. You need to have a goal. What are you working towards? What kind of an artist do you want to be? Why are you making music? There's so many routes that you can go. Do you want to be a touring musician? Do you want to be a composer, songwriter?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Laura, are there any specific books or videos or media that you would recommend to our insiders that you feel would help shape their music career? Is there anything that?
Yeah, well, pardon the shameless plug, but it's genuinely, I think, really, really helpful. We've been doing a series called Industry Sessions once a month. They're basically artist development workshops, master classes, and it's a really cool opportunity. We invite an industry specialist, interview them for an hour, really just pick their brain for an hour, and they're really informative. They're really a great way to cover the basics. So we did one on branding and visual identity. We're doing one soon on TikTok, how to use TikTok for musicians, which is a huge thing.
That's awesome. Yeah, so it's a real hands-on experience what you guys are doing.
Yeah. And anyways, those videos are on our YouTube.
Cool. So we'll definitely share that with our audience.
Cool.
What advice would you give, or do you have as a music industry professional yourself, for up-and-coming artists who are looking to have a career in music?
Learn the industry. If you don't understand how this industry works, you're never going to know how to play the game.
Yeah.
And I think it sounds obvious, but it's not.
Some really great info from Laura on how IndieFlow can really help you manage your music career. So insiders, question of the day. What were the most informative aspects of our conversation with Laura? Was it how IndieFlow serves the needs of the independent artist community? Or was it her revelation of what the most in-demand services and needs are for the indie artist today? Or was it how the IndieFlow team helps guide artists through their platform? Or maybe it was something else you'd like to share. We'd love to hear from you and connect in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to MUBUTV for more information on how to educate, empower, and engage your music career. You can also check out a summary of this episode and everything we talked about in the YouTube description as well. And if you enjoyed this video, we'd really love it if you hit the like button and let us know what other kinds of videos and types of content you want to see on our channel. Hit us up in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next video.